Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you're well. My name is I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K, and during this video I'm going to demonstrate the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt PC game running in 16K video resolution with the help of single Titan RTX video card and Intel i9-9900K overclock at 5.3 GHz with only 6 physical cores, 6 threads without the hyper-threading technology, and running 5.3 GHz per each core and 32 GB DDR4, 3300 MHz, but CL11 1T command. In the end of this video, I'm going to demonstrate my computer to you, but let's go ahead and have a look. I'm going to show you 3 different presets: low preset, ultra preset, and ultra modified under the graphics, as well as under the post-processing, low preset and high preset. Keep in mind that the purpose of this video is not to show you the comfortable gameplay. The FPS is not going to be playable, but to benchmark the hardware so we can compare with the future GPUs, CPUs, and PC hardware systems. Okay, the purpose to benchmark your PC, your computer, and compare the performance. So this is how we're gonna do it. As you saw, it's already set at the lowest possible preset under post-processing and graphics, a low possible preset as well. I just rebooted the game. Every time I'm going to switch the preset, I'm going to reboot the game just to refresh the data at the right top corner through the DirectX 11 API, and through the Nvidia driver we're gonna refresh the garbage collector, and the data will be bring to 0, and we're going to start every time as fresh start every time I'm going to switch the preset. I'm going to load the first level. It's going to be a morning 4:30 a.m. a great time to benchmark your hardware, because I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay, and then I'm going to show you 3D animation based on the game engine. That is not going to be preloaded video, keep that in mind. So it's at 4:30 a.m. in the game, soft shadows, beautiful sun, beautiful effects, lowest possible preset. As you can see by the sign, it's not rendering correctly yet, because the lowest possible preset through the algorithm is not loading all the pixels of the texture. It's selecting the pixels through the algorithm at the lowest possible preset. But even when it's not loading all the pixels under the 16K video resolution involved in the Witcher 3 PC game, as you can see, it's like wild. It's still looking great. The problem with the lowest possible preset, just the radius. Level of detail preload on the low preset is not that great, but in terms of the visuals, it's not that bad. It's almost as same as 4K resolution at ultra preset, almost at that level, because the level of the pixels rendered right now on the screen, and it's forced to render 16K native resolution, and then it's downscaling to 8K native screen that I'm using today through the Nvidia DSR technology. And my Nvidia driver is modified, Nvidia ShadowPlay is modified, so it's recording this video file today in 8K video resolution natively for you to watch on YouTube at 150 megabit per second, but it's going to be like 110, 120 megabit per second. Do not miss this video and watch it, just to make sure to watch it in 8K video resolution. Switch it on your YouTube player to 4320p or to 8K UHD. Hopefully guys this makes sense. Beautiful, as you can see, visuals. The FPS will be 12 FPS average. The latency delay will be way above 70 ms, which stands for the milliseconds. It's going to be a latency delay between the hardware and software, so between the GPU video RAM, CPU system RAM, and the software such as Nvidia driver, DirectX 11 API in our case, and Windows 10 professional operating system. So it's all creating that latency before each frame is rendered. So it's around 75 milliseconds on average and 13 FPS. Keep in mind that the Witcher 3 PC game supports SLI, so I'm going to show you 2 Titan RTXs in SLI. But this is the test, the world's first 16K gameplay in the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt PC game. And it's using only one Titan RTX video card. This is just unbelievable, guys. Technologies that was available to us, pretty much technology that was available to us all the way since December 2018. Okay, but I'm recording this video in February 13, 2022. So right now it's going to be a scene, 3D scene that will be rendered within the game engine. by the CD Projekt, by the Polish developers. So this is not pre-rendered video. So the higher resolution, the more details, the better the video is throughout this 3D animation. And this is like a cutscenes in the game, but it's rendered throughout the game engine. Keep that in mind. 15 FPS, the VRAM utilization almost 18,000 megabytes, so above 16 gigabytes of VRAM utilization even at the lowest possible preset. Titan RTX video card is overclocked, as you can see. My video RAM, which is VRAM, from 7,000 MHz went to 8,000 MHz by additional 1,000 MHz overclock through the MSI Afterburner, but just because it's GDR6, you gotta multiply it by 2. So from 14,000 MHz we went to which is 7,000 MHz, we went to 16,000 MHz, that is 8,000 MHz, but just because GDR6 times 2. And the GPU is overclocked by 100 MHz additionally, should be running at 2000 MHz and above, but just because it's thermal throttling after 56 Celsius on the Titan RTX video card and on the RTX 2080 Ti video card, thermal throttling process starts after 61 Celsius. A thermal throttling feature is pretty much when it's lowering frequencies by the software and decreasing the voltage after that and decreasing the wattage, the energy consumption, and is going to decrease the temperature. Okay, just in case. So this is a security by Nvidia, so we will never reach 100 Celsius on our Titan RTX video card. Hopefully guys this makes sense. The CPU is running at 5.2 gigahertz, not sure why, but it's running on the AVX2 instruction frequency instead of external frequency. And after I updated the Windows update in February 2022, it is no longer using the external frequency in a desktop or in a lot of applications that were using the external frequency before instead of AVX2 frequencies. And right now it's forced to use the AVX2 frequency. Not sure why guys, but Witcher actually is using external frequency of the processor instead of AVX2 frequency. Maybe just based on the Windows update, but that means that the older processors, the older CPUs are not going to perform well like it was before. Windows just slowed them down because their AVX2 frequencies will be very low frequencies. Okay, right now my AVX2 frequency is almost equal as my external frequency because AVX2 frequency is 52 multiplier on this Intel i9-9900K, while external frequency 53 multiplier. So external frequency will be 5.3 gigahertz, while AVX2 frequency will be 5.2 gigahertz. And pretty much the scenario for the Intel 9000 series processors, it's always chilling or idling at AVX2 frequency because it knows that it's going to be lowered frequency than external frequency automatically. And Intel driver decides, okay, so I'm not going to take a benefit out of that frequency on the external frequency on the CPU, and it's switching to the AVX2 frequency just to save the energy and to lower the temperature. Even if the temperature is not that high, it's always doing that for the Intel 9000 series processors. But yesterday when I tested the Witcher, it was running 5.3 gigahertz. Right now it's running 5.2 gigahertz constantly. And I checked the BIOS, rebooted, re-overclock it again, clear my CMOS and did it again. It's still doing this in the Witcher after the update in February 2022. So Microsoft pretty much slowed down all the old school computers now. And nobody's talking about it, but this is what I find out just by launching this game today. And pay attention at the right top corner. This is exactly where your eye should be focused, at the right top corner. Data is self-explanatory. So alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch to ultra preset now. So I demonstrated to you the lowest preset possible. Now it's going to be ultra preset. Okay, untouched completely with Nvidia Hairworks is on. Post-processing will be at high as well. That means that we're going to use the ambient occlusion, SSAO, and we are going to use the anti-aliasing. I'm going to demonstrate to you the anti-aliasing in Witcher 3 while on PC game, but pretty much it doesn't work under the 16K video resolution. But we are going to find out. I'm going to turn down the blur and I'm going to turn down the motion blur because blur feature is great after 60 FPS or at 60 FPS average, and we never will even reach the 30 FPS average on a single Titan RTX video card in Witcher 3 while on PC game in 16K gameplay. Keep that in mind. So alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to reboot the computer. Every time I'm going to switch the preset, I'm going to reboot the computer. And the background, this is my system, actual system photo of my iPhone XR, single Titan RTX, beautiful Corsair H150i Pro, 360mm radiator and three 120mm fans by Corsair, and big 200mm cooler master fan to cool down the system RAM, because system RAM during this video is running 3300 MHz, pretty much okay frequency, right, for DDR4, but CL11 latency delay and 1T command, unheard of, guys. And it's pretty much it's running as fast as possible theoretically for the DDR4 in dual channel. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and load the first mission as again, and we're gonna test it again. This video will be unedited. Even the music on the background is playing through my Windows media player. Please keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and have a look, guys. Look at this. The writings, the fonts is beautiful now. Everything is just beautiful. So 16K video resolution, 16K gaming, 16K gameplay in the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt PC game, running in real time. That is 133 megapixels rendered in real time, rounded value, or 132.7 megapixels to be exact. When you're going to multiply 15,360 pixels on our width by 8,640 pixels on our height. And this is, guys, unbelievable. 133 megapixels, the maximum megapixels value that NASA is using. And so people that were saying that I have the NASA computer, well, this is what it is, guys. It is a NASA computer because we are using the same technology as NASA is using. The maximum technology that they're using will be 16K video or image resolution that is equal to 133 megapixels. This is the current government technologies. Okay, Java, through the Java effects, doesn't support 64K, cannot render it in real time. I tested throughout my CPU application that I'm developing, that's going to be CPU benchmark while using the ray tracing in real time on a CPU instead of GPU. More about it will be available over the UHDking.com official YouTube channel. Go ahead and check it out. But pay attention on the right top corner. 24,000 megabytes of our VRAM usage is almost, and the system RAM usage is increased from below 9,000 megabytes to almost 11,000 megabytes. So you can see how much data is offloading from the video RAM into the system RAM, because we almost reaching the maximum capacity of our video RAM on the Titan RTX video card, that is 24 gigabytes available for us to use. But however, when the VRAM capacity is reaching 20,000 megabytes, the Nvidia driver and Windows 10 professional operating system, or Windows 7 professional operating system, or Windows 8 professional operating system, but pretty much it's related to Nvidia driver, is offloading some data from a VRAM to a system RAM before it's going to reach the capacity, because it cannot predict well why it's doing that. So the game is not going to crash when you're going to overload your VRAM, but the system RAM is very slow comparing to our GDR6 video RAM, because the system RAM is capable to push 50 gigabytes per second, while the GDR6 is capable to push 769 gigabytes per second of the bandwidth, while it's overclocked additionally by 1000 megahertz today on this Titan RTX video card. So pretty much we receive 100 gigabytes per second boost for free out of our overclock. Alright, so anti-aliasing, as you can see, 76 FPS average, right? Including the anti-aliasing. Let me go ahead and turn down the anti-aliasing. As again, anti-aliasing doesn't work in the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt PC game under the 16K gameplay. But let's go ahead and have a look. So I'm going to go ahead and do the post-processing and anti-aliasing. I'm going to turn it down, but you're going to see at the right top corner that the value, VRAM utilization, system RAM utilization, CPU utilization, GPU utilization is not going to even blink. It's just going to be the same. So anti-aliasing doesn't work at all. This is what I'm assuming, or doesn't work correctly. But you don't need to have any anti-aliasing under the 16K video resolution, because everything is going to look so great, because the amount of pixels is loaded is unbelievable. 133 megapixels, 133 million of pixels rendered. So people that saying that they can see the pixels, do not believe them, guys. It's like it's smaller than a hair. You're not gonna see it unless you're gonna look at it like very close to it, like 2 centimeters away, but your eye is not going to be focused on it anyways. So keep that in mind. So do not watch those people channels. They're misinformation, disinformation. Over the UHDking.com YouTube channel, this is exactly where you're gonna receive the truth about 8K video resolution and above, guys. Okay, I was the first YouTuber that showed you 16K resolution all the way back in 2015. It was Counter-Strike Source PC game, but during that time I used the SATA DSR tool, third-party open source. But right now I'm using Nvidia DSR, and I do believe Nvidia DSR. Jensen Huang, Nvidia CEO and founder, and Nvidia company itself, beautiful geniuses, know exactly how to display the resolution. So pretty much Nvidia DSR is rendering right now, forced to render 16K resolution native, and then it's downscaling to my 8K resolution native screen. Keep that in mind. And recording in the 8K resolution video output, because the Nvidia ShadowPlay is modified, the whole Nvidia driver is modified through the system RAM debugging tool in real time. Keep that in mind. So it's beautiful, guys. It just, look how beautiful it is. It just maximum possible visuals. It's just on another level. Somehow the textures are not exact correct. Hopefully the CD Projekt Polish developers that developed the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt PC game is watching this video, go ahead and smash that like button and let me know in the comments below, and they will fix the textures, because as you can see it's kind of squarish. That doesn't understand why the horse butt looking in a kind of squarish textures right there. But otherwise everything looks on another level. Of course it's not playable status, but it's benchable status, and the purpose of our video to bench it. Latency delay is just crazy, all the way above 100 milliseconds no matter what. When we are using the ultra preset, pretty much about 170 milliseconds on average as our latency delay, and latency delay without any stuttering will be below 10 milliseconds. Below 20 milliseconds you will feel just maybe a hair of stuttering, and above 20 milliseconds this is exactly when stuttering starts. So stuttering starts not just because the SLI, stuttering starts because the latency delay is too high, and this is the wrong belief that stuttering starts when you're going to add the secondary video card. It was believed when they used the old school SLI bridges that wasn't fast enough, but today I'm using the NVLink bridge that is more than capable to handle the Titan RTX bandwidth, and when you're going to connect this secondary video card. And keep that in mind. So stuttering is just milliseconds. That MS at the right top corner stands for milliseconds. That's stuttering starts above 20 milliseconds. This is exactly what stuttering starts. When you're running 2 video cards, Titan RTX video cards, and your latency delay below 10 milliseconds, you're not going to feel any stuttering. It's just going to feel just like single video card, believe me, guys. And of course FPS, frames per second, we want to keep as high as possible, but MS, milliseconds, we want to keep as low as possible, because as again it's communication between the GPU, VRAM, CPU, system RAM, and the Nvidia driver, Windows 10 Professional in our case, and the whole game engine. Hopefully guys this makes sense. This is the latency delay before each frame is rendered. Look at those details. Level of details is unbelievable. As again, please watch this video on 8K native screen and switch to 4320p under your YouTube video player. I'm going to create a beautiful thumbnail for this video, and I'm going to record 2 Titan RTX and SLI through the NVLink, because the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt PC game supports SLI technology by Nvidia, and it's going to be nice to see, especially right now. As you can see at the right top corner, our GPU utilization is 100%. That means that we're utilizing every single CUDA core, which is 4608 CUDA cores are utilized right now completely, which is unbelievable. So it will never happen in the Witcher 3 PC game with the single Titan RTX under the 1080p. Your utilization will be like 70%, something like that. 75%. The higher resolution, the less CPU cores you need, and we can see it at the right top corner. We will never reach even 35% of our CPU utilization, even if I'm using today 6 physical cores, 6 logical threads or logical processors. Keep that in mind. Alright, 100% fan rotation. As you can see, the wattage and voltage are correct as well, so every single data at the right top corner was verified by me and is correct, guys, and self-explanatory. As you can see, I improved my data. I'm going to add some more data for you in the future, some great values that it's not just numbers, but completely going to make some sense to you guys. So don't forget to smash that like button, because a lot of time, money, energy was invested, and this is the world's first 16K gameplay in the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt PC game. So don't forget to smash that like button, guys, and share it with your gamers friends and with the PC hardware enthusiast friends. This is going to be a great video for them to see, to speculate. But don't forget, please, positive comments. I'm investing my time and money instead of mining the Bitcoin right now. By the way, each Titan RTX does maximum 65 MHz per second in the entire 2021 Bitcoin complexity difficulty level, and in 2022 you can mine maximum 65 MHz per second speed while mining the Bitcoin. But stock Titan RTX does 53 MHz per second. But you can tune it, overclock it, tune it properly for Bitcoin mining, and you're going to achieve 65 MHz per second. This is how I'm receiving. And 2 Titan RTX throughout 10 months mined 3,300 United States dollars in my pocket. Keep that in mind. So instead of mining, I'm showing you some amazing videos, and all what I'm asking, guys, smash that like button for support, visit my sponsors, and we're going to continue this tradition with even more videos. Check out the UHDking.com for more great videos, great playlist for Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture in 4-way SLI. It's going to be a great videos to watch. 2 GTX 1080 Ti video cards in SLI, which is the Pascal GPU architecture, or 2 Titan XPs in SLI. A lot of great videos will be available over the UHDking.com if you PC hardware enthusiast or PC gamer. But I'm not going to, guys, focus only on PC gaming or PC hardware. It's going to be all kind of great videos that will provide the value to you as a watcher. This is my main goal, and will bring the uniqueness to it as well, unique content. Alright, so we saw that. Let's go ahead and quit to main menu. I'm going to go ahead and change the settings, and I'm going to reboot the game. The reason why I'm rebooting the game, just to show you the proper data at the right top corner, because the Nvidia driver garbage collector will refresh the data, and it's going to show the proper digit at the right top corner. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. Even if you don't have to reboot the game, I understand that, but I just explained to you why. So I'm going to turn down the Nvidia HairWorks like that, okay? And under the post-processing, we're gonna enable ambient occlusion. I just want to show you the HBAO, but pretty much it's going to be not such a big difference than SSAO, pretty much almost the same. And as again, ambient occlusion is pretty much on the 3D mesh edge. 3D meshes contains the edges and vertices, right? On every single edge, it's going to create that gradient effect from darker to lighter, that fakeish kind of lighting effect, but it's still going to be fakeish. But just in case, I want to show it to you. There's not such a big difference when you're running ambient occlusion or when you turn it off, but there is a big difference in terms of the performance, because the ambient occlusion actually is taxing around 25-30% in PC games on the Turing GPU architecture. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. So we got everything what we need to get. Let's go ahead and shut down the game, and let's reboot the game and try it again. As again, on the background, this is my system taken with the iPhone XR. Beautiful system from 2019-2022. Before, I'm going to build myself a new gaming rig, which most likely will be based on the 12,000 series Intel CPUs, or maybe 7,000 series AMD Ryzens. We're going to find out. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look, guys. This is going to be the last test, And in the end of this video, we're going to talk about my PC hardware today for those PC hardware enthusiasts as well. So as you can see, my videos or UHD King videos providing multiple values to the watchers, and I'm focused on that. I'm focused to bring you as much value as possible at multi-angle. No matter who you are, graphics designer, 3D animator or 3D artist, software developer, game developer, or gamer, or PC enthusiast, by watching a UHDking.com YouTube channel, you're going to receive a lot of value for your interest, guys. And yeah, so you can build even better computers or see how the video cards or system performs even without owning the system, and see how well your system that you build scaling versus my gaming system. Keep in mind that in 2018, this Morozilla PC version 5.3 with a 5.3++, because Morozilla PC version 5.3++ using 2 Titan RTX video cards in a SLI through the NVLink scored number 14 under 3D Mark Ultra version 1.1 File Strike Ultra in 2018, number 14 as a world record, while 15 million people benchmark the 3D Mark Fire Strike Ultra. Okay, I was number 14 in the top 15 fastest computers on the planet Earth. I'm just checking. Let's go ahead and have a look. Is that white flowers going to be preloaded? Yep, they're preloaded. So we're not limited with our VRAM, which is DDR6. It's fast enough. It's just limited by the game preset, which is low preset. It's like small radius of the level of details preload, LOD, for those game developers, while the ultra preset will increase that radius of the level of details, such as flowers, grass, preloading, so you're not going to see it when you are going to play at ultra in this particular game. And DDR6 memory is fast enough to refresh that, okay, without your eyes to see in this particular game, within this particular game engine by CD Projekt, Polish developers. By the way, one of the best games and classic already game, because it was released to us back in 2015 as again, but one of the classic PC games that if you're a PC gamer, you must to play and enjoy, especially in 8K video resolution or above. It's just fantastic looking game, guys. Alright, let me go ahead and speed up. So this is with the ambient occlusion, right? So with the ambient occlusion, same FPS as HBAO plus, that with the SSAO ambient occlusion, different kind of preset of the ambient occlusion, but pretty much it's going to use the same kind of idea on the output of the 3D render for your eyes. So I'm going to go post-processing, and I'm going to now turn down the ambient occlusion, and let's go ahead and have a look without the ambient occlusion. As I already told you, that ambient occlusion taxing a lot of FPS on the Turing GPU architecture that is powering today the Titan RTX video card or RTX 2080 Ti video card, but RTX 2080 Ti video card will not be able to run it. I tried it, guys, in 2018. The Witcher 3 PC game on two RTX 2080 Ti video card in 16K video resolution, but the FPS was 1 FPS average, and latency delay was jumping from 1000 to 2000 milliseconds. That's a clear sign that we were offloading some data from the video RAM into the system RAM, and that's a clear sign that it's going to be slow, because we are offloading over 50% of the data from the game into the system RAM, and of course the system RAM is only 50 gigabytes per second, which is pretty much theoretically the fastest possible scenario for DDR4 in dual channel 128-bit versus 769 gigabytes per second. So 50 gigabytes per second versus 769 gigabytes per second on the DDR6 bandwidth. It's a big deal, right, guys? And that's why the latency delay is increased, because if you're going to call 50% of the data from the system RAM instead of video RAM, it's going to be slow, because it's slower by its mathematics by at least 12 times. So without the ambient occlusion 10 FPS average, we reduce in terms of the VRAM utilization as well. 100% GPU utilization, which is excellent. That means that we are utilizing 4608 CUDA cores without any problems. 100% fan rotation, above 300 watt power consumption on Titan RTX video card, but it's still running healthy. it's not running above 2000 megahertz or 2 gigahertz per GPU, because of thermal throttling. As again, it's lowering its frequencies after 56 Celsius on Titan RTX during GPU architecture video card. Keep that in mind. Automatically, when you're going to reach 56 Celsius, it's going to lower your frequency from 2000 megahertz to whatever it takes, just a little bit by a little bit. And when temperature will increase, the frequencies will be decreased, and wattage and voltage will be decreased as well. So RTX 3090 video card over here will show 1.7 times more FPS to the FPS counter, and RTX 3090 Ti video card will show here at least 2 times more FPS, so multiply it by 2. And RTX 4090 video card will show here at least 3x, so multiply the FPS by 3x. That means that we're not capable to play the Witcher 3 Valheim PC game in 16K video resolution with a single RTX 4090 video card by Nvidia, because it's gonna give us around 24-25 FPS average. If you're looking to have 30 FPS average in 16K video resolution at the ultra preset to play the Witcher 3 PC game with this type of preset, we're looking to have at least 2 RTX 4090 video card. But RTX 4000 series video cards doesn't support SLI, just like RTX 3000 series video cards. That means that we're looking to have RTX 5000 series at least to run the Witcher 3 Valheim PC game in 30 FPS average in 16K gameplay. Hopefully guys this makes sense. So when we are talking 16K gaming, you need to have at least RTX 5000 series at 30 FPS in the newer games that was released like 2017, 2020, or 2 of them at for 60 FPS or 1 for 30 FPS, RTX 5000 series. So this is going to be the year of 2024, and they are going to release 16K videos native screens in 2025/2027. 2027 will be available in different models, but in 2027 they're going to pretty much, the gamers will switch from PC gaming and console gaming into the mobile gaming plus AR. So it's going to be Android tablets, Android phones, and iOS phones and iOS iPads, and the experience will be almost the same, just like you're playing Witcher 3 PC game in 4K resolution on a mobile device. And 99% of the gamers will switch to that, and the enthusiast gamers will be playing PC games and console games, but it's going to be like 1-2%, just like those people that playing Sega 32-bit consoles today. And yeah, but you're watching the future. You're watching the future, guys, and only PC enthusiasts will see this future in 2027. But today is February 13, 2022, and this type of visuals was available on this type of setup in 2018. Keep that in mind. I built my computer system in 2018, but it was available in 2018. Unbelievable, guys. Kudos to Nvidia. Great performance out of the single Titan RTX video card, as again SLI supported. Stay tuned in a couple days over the UHDking.com YouTube channel. I'm going to provide a great video with 2 Titan RTXs in SLI through the NV link. It's going to be just great, guys. Alright, we saw the beautiful visuals, just unbelievable visuals. Everything's so sharp, everything unbelievable. Not playable status but benchable status, and this is our reason to benchmark our PC during this video. Our gaming PC, our very fast gaming PC in 2022 is still very fast gaming PC. It's almost as fast as 12900K running stock. Keep that in mind, because my i9-9900K overclocked today to the maximum possible stable frequencies in home saver environment, plus it tuned for the maximum FPS in PC games. Keep that in mind. So let me go ahead and zoom in. As again, for the naysayers, let me go ahead and show you my desktop resolution first to begin with. So my desktop resolution will be 16K resolution. This is very important to do that. 15,360 pixels on width by 8,640 pixels on height. So it's equal to 133 megapixels rounded value. Okay, and 100% scale is very important to have. I'm going to explain that within my FIFA 14 PC game running in 16K video resolution. Don't miss it out. I'm going to show you FIFA 14 in 16K resolution with 100% scale when desktop set to 16K resolution and 400% scale, and you're going to see the FPS difference will be like day and night. Alright, just briefly just explain it to you. Anyway, 600% as you can see, zoom in. So 100% on GPU, like I told you, 1000 MHz overclock on the VRAM through the MSI Afterburner software, okay, and it's a free overclock in the home safe environment, and great boost, about 10% of the FPS, at least 7%, but on average 10%. This overclock will create 10% of boost on the Titan RTX video card, or 10% boost on the RTX 2080 Ti video card. That is the same, but limited with the 11 GB of VRAM and limited with less. It has 256 CUDA core less than Titan RTX GPU, which is T102 on Titan RTX video card. Okay, so as you can see, it's 53 multiplier, but it's switching barely to 5300 MHz. Not sure why, you just saw it switch that, and it's within the new Windows update in February 2022. Not sure what it is, but it's going to slow down a lot of old school computers, guys, because your AVX2 instruction frequencies running very low frequencies compared to your external frequencies. All right, I have a beautiful video about this configuration, IDA 64, every single benchmark, cinema benches, R15, R20, R23. Go ahead and check it out. It's going to be under the playlist 9900K over the UHDking.com YouTube channel. Just briefly, 1650 x 2, 3300 MHz, CL11 1T command, dual channel. Most rarest and expensive Corsair memory, 5000 MHz, as you can see, CL18. This is how I achieved that. Okay, real quick, just to show you what's up over here, and right here, the stock i9-9900K versus this overclock version, and we're looking at the single thread performance when we're talking PC gaming. But look, check it out, the multi-thread performance, such as workstation, when every single CPU core is utilized, and those 16 logical processors versus our 6 logical processors today is not even 2 times faster. Okay, this is how fast our 5.3 gigahertz per each core combination today on this CPU. Alright guys, so pretty much everything was explained. As again, let me show you the date today for those naysayers, but keep in mind that this type of technology was available in 2018, in the late of 2018, such as December 2018, when Titan RTX video card was allowed due to the 24 GB of the VRAM frame buffer, and RTX 2080 Ti also can do that. The GPU is powerful enough to render it, but it doesn't have enough video RAM to store the data. Alright, that's it. That's pretty much it. Have a great 2022. Have a great Tiger year. Don't forget to smash that like button. A lot of time, money, energy was invested into this video. Subscribe, and right now I'm putting some great videos for you to watch. Go ahead and check it out. It's going to be 16K video resolution gameplays that you don't want to miss, and I will see you guys in my next videos. Till the next time. I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K, or UHD King. And you know why UHD King? Because of what? First YouTuber that showed you 16K video resolution back in 2015 in Counter-Strike Source PC game, and continue this tradition. Support me guys, visit my sponsors, and I will see you till the next time.